everybody? This is Kiki coming to you today to send nothing but love, peace, and positivity your way. I am sitting here waiting for my child to get off from work, and she's the type that will tell me she's getting off, but she'll come out 20, 30 minutes later. So I say, you know what? I'm just gonna take advantage of this quiet downtime and chill. Not stress, not worry. I already put dinner on, having some potatoes, baked red potatoes, and some green beans. And I may go ahead and give the boys some barbecue sausage link. I don't know. I'm still debating between that or chicken tenders. But I really wanted to share some tips, some things that crossed my mind. And the main word that came to mind is timeout. Timeout. And I know, many of you have heard that term used for little children at a daycare, but I want to say it's nothing wrong with putting yourself in timeout. See, I have been talking a lot about stressors, about people bitchiness, people refusing to go and get mental help and heal their childhood trauma or adulthood trauma. I've been talking about a lot of different things that I have experienced and I have observed in our society and our community. But I feel like sometimes when you are trying to go through the transition of making better choices and making a lot of changes within your life, sometimes it can become overwhelming. Like I explained to you in a few of my videos, when I went through a spiritual awakening, it wasn't that I just woke up out the bed one day and all of a sudden, ta-da, I'm enlightened. It was a process. It took time to do the research. It takes time to understand what you need to do and what works for you and your life and your body. That's a process. That's not an overnight thing. You may see red because the car is in front of me and it's getting ready to leave. Just wish it was me. But the thing is, don't be so hard on yourself. I know I have a lot of downloads and I kind of regurgitate a lot of information throughout my videos. And sometimes I know it can be like, gosh, that's a lot. Oh, I got to change my mindset. I got to change the way I dress. I got to change the way I eat. I got to change who I hang out with. I got to change this. I got to change the church, the religion, all this. It is a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a lot. When I first learned about it, I used to watch this guy. He used to always say, dive deep. This beautiful chocolate brown looking guy. When I first started learning more about the pineal gland and all of the changes people go through once they go through awakening. And I don't know why I can't remember this man's name, but he really have really good tips and content, and he's very entertaining. But anyway, when you are feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to put yourself in timeout. It's okay to turn your cell phone off sometimes. Sometimes I have been put in positions where I felt like I was being attacked by a lot of different unnecessary comments from family members. And I love my family dearly. And I know they got issues. That's why I got issues. But I knew that I wanted different. I knew that I wanted to be a lot healthier. I knew that it was a better way to handle certain circumstances in my life other than, trying to be, very aggressive or conniving or bitchy and always, gossiping and tearing people down. I knew that it could have been a better way to live my life. So I had to really come out of my comfort zone and put myself in timeout from my own family, my own mama. And as much as I appreciate her and a lot of things she does, but it does not mean that I have to kiss ass just because favors were done for me, and I have done favors as well, but I never ever got to the point to where, okay, since I did somebody a favor in my family, they got to bow down to me or they got to accept rudeness from me or, disrespect from me. I'm just not like that. No matter how many times I've been backstabbed by my sister, I never ever came at her trying to make it seem like I'm the oldest, so you gonna kiss my ass. I just know how to remove myself before I get real nasty. I know how to say, okay, I need to put myself in timeout. It's okay to put yourself in timeout from your kids. Sometimes they don't understand what it's like being an adult and you're overwhelmed with a lot of work and a lot of things you got to do to make sure they're set, they're straight. Sometimes you got to put your pussy in timeout because you got to take care of you. You can't make somebody else feel good if you feeling uncomfortable and you overdoing it and abusing yourself. Sometimes you have to put yourself in timeout at work. When you have a bitchy ass supervisor that's not appreciating the stuff you're doing and they want you to still come around and, hey, how you doing? Good morning. It's okay to take a break and go to the lobby or go sit in your classroom, or wherever you work at. Sit in your car, listen to some affirmation music. That's what I do. I know it's getting dark, but I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself in timeout in order for you to stay mentally healthy from people, because some people like to drain your energy so they can feel good about themselves. Even if you got to put yourself in timeout from church. There's many times when I had to take vacations from church because sometimes the pastors be feeling like, okay, well, I want you to do this over here, then I want you to do this over here, and I want you to do this. And if you don't be obedient, then they're making you feel guilty and bad. Timeout, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're doing it in a healthy way so you can rejuvenate, so you can be a better person when you do come around people. And make sure you up your protection, especially with Florida water, your crystals, and just what you absorb in your mindset, okay? So until next time, I love you. Peace out.